Okay, we are finally up after an 11-hour maintenance, and we'll just do our vault like usual. The reverse order from the shitty Shadow Priest up to the Shaman. Um, that was a nuts cycle of maintenance there, and kind of for no real features either. So that's kind of lame. I probably won't be making any alliance characters. I can't imagine playing alliance for anything other than playing a night fae, sorry, not night fae, a night elf demon hunter. I think that's like the only thing I would even consider doing for cross faction stuff. But uh, maybe a Lightforged Janai, but there's no way I'm going to unlock the Lightforged Janai either. So that's not going to happen. But last week was terrible in Mythic Plus. I'm glad that I'm glad that Dratnos and Dorky had that video about what to change in Mythic Plus because it's getting kind of ridiculous, just like how bad the game is considering how easy it would be to change it. I really hope they start to address some of these things in Dragonflight. Um, I guess there's no guarantee that I can actually log in. I assumed that because the game was up, I'd be able to log into it, but I am logging in very soon after. Oh no. Oh, hey, I'm in. What is new actually? I don't know what's new. Cross faction, I know that. The Enigma Crucible. You can do battle in a new PvP arena. Okay, I don't do that. Uh, can the Forsaken reclaim the rule of Lordaeron? I actually have no idea what the Lordaeron quest is. So I guess I have to figure out what's up with the... Maybe there are features and I didn't know about them. But for now, what we're doing is we're going to Oribos and we're getting our loot. I played this guy a lot last week. Well, not a lot, but I got him 2 vaults, so a lot more than I usually play him because I did no pushing at all because everybody was like not into pushing on Explosive Week, and the pugs were really really rough. Looks like there's an army of people here also doing what I'm doing. Let's see,
The
what's the weekly?
purpose
This
reveals
is
our
world
way.
quests. I will not do that,
May you find
and I'm in Shadow Spec. I could use an offhand, but this guy actually has pretty good gear, which is why I keep on playing him because his gear is just like good after not doing anything. Signet of the False Accuser. Uh, big mastery, little haste, and I guess I'll get the chess piece. It's a slight eye level upgrade, while the ring would just shift my stats around, and I'm already kind of low on haste. So I'm going chest, and we'll worry about actually upgrading it later. Do I have enough Cosmic Flux? I do. Okay, so that is that. That is the what we're doing this week. This week in Mythic Plus is going to be Storming, Fortified, and Bursting. So actually, it's another meta week for Master Spell, huh? Maybe I'll try him out again. But here's my last run. The pugs were really tough. Um, the only the only salvation he has is that his boss damage is really good. But it's not like these players weren't like the best. Well, what is this? This is Kokomojo actually. I destroyed him. Look at that. Um, yeah, the boss damage is pretty good, especially on single target, pure single target. The burst is decent on on like burst windows, like third boss of Spires. I think I just kind of didn't do too well on Ventinax for some reason. And then what was the first? I think the first one was even less of a gap because they both get pretty big value off of the cleave damage from the 2 bosses. So it's not amazing, especially considering like the overall loss. But I mean, I guess that's just like life of Shadow Priest. That's what we can expect. Let's go on to my Mage, who is definitely more exciting. Actually, the patch is in, right? Like I should have a pretty big buff as Arcane at this point. But I was trying out Necrolord, and I got Necrolord to the point where I think I might actually be in Zuldazar still. I might just do a quick rotation just to show people about how proud I am. Yeah, like I got Necrolord to the point where where I actually can do decent damage on target dummies. This was like a bad run. Don't look at this damage. Let me just get that out of there. But now I can do like, so here, as Necrolord, so far I'm liking Cold Front the most. So I've tried Cold Front, I've tried Freezing Winds as Night Fae. I don't really like Night Fae playstyle that much, and I like being able to be Necrolord because all of my characters can be Necrolord. I'm the only one in the group that can play Necro on these characters. So like here, let me do this. I'll go Necro here, do that, get some CDR, spam that. I kind of like the playstyle of Freezing Winds too with Necro. Like, look at it, I'm doing a 40k. Look at that. And I'm even talking at the same time. I think it's really cool having like a really big burst cooldown. There was a lot of stuff I had to set up though to get good in this guy. Like I had to set up all these additional things, and people always said that Frost was the easiest of the mage specs, but there's no way that's true. Like this is way harder for me than look at that implicit timing. There's so much going on Frost Mage compared to even like Shaman. Like look at all these abilities. It stretches out all the way to the right over here. It's nuts. And pugging is way harder to get right on this guy than it is on my big crits. Yeah. So 1 minute 32k. That is finally more than I can do on my Shaman during cooldowns. But cooldowns aren't too bad because this thing lasts forever. It's like 1/3 of the time I'm basically in my cooldown window. So doing 30k, mostly Frozen Orb with this build, doing this. So I want to try this out. But obviously, the real thing I have to try out is Arcane with the buffs to Arcane Blast. That's going to be pretty fun. And I actually do have a lot I want to get on this guy in terms of vault stuff. I really, really, really just want an IQD. Like, after I get IQD, I'm basically set. Maybe, like, a better weapon that doesn't just have so much versatility. Maybe, like, a big crit staff or something. That would be pretty nice. I'm in... yeah, I have 266 right now just because I have Cold Front equipped. And it's, like, 190. And I wasn't willing to invest in it yet. But if I can replace this stupid ooze with an IQD, like, that would be amazing. Let's see. Let's see if all of my luck can finally turn around on this guy. I don't think the spec matters at all, right? They're all damage dealers. This shouldn't be any different. And do we get IQD? No. But we get a okay staff. What's this? Oh, this is a very unexciting. Yeah, loot in this game is so stupid. Alright, so do we want a slight eye level upgrade for crit? Or do we want a eye level upgrade on the weapon? Which would be basically trading off a bit of mastery, a bit of verse for mastery, and 32 intellect. I think I have to take the weapon, even though... Well, but the weapon isn't bis, though. And this is probably my bis for this, yeah. And it's about 67 mastery. Yeah, so basically, do I want... This is a higher damage upgrade, but I will replace it. And this is bis, but it doesn't really matter a whole lot. So I guess I'll just take the weapon. Or should I take the... Do I have anything I can even use the slots on? I'll go weapon. Let's just go weapon. It's not super exciting, but it will make my peaks a lot higher, I guess. And I will have to actually enchant this right now, because if I don't do it now, then I will completely forget to do this ever. Probably keeping Sinful Rev on it. So this week is exciting for this guy because a 10% boost to Arcane Blast, I think, will make a pretty big difference. I don't think I've actually simmed out the difference. Sinful Rev. Definitely Sinful Rev. Here. Let me apply this real quick and maybe even sell this staff. I don't think any of the mage specs care much about having a lot of verse. Equip. Get him mount. And we sell. And we have to update all of our sets. That's fine. I'll do that afterwards on separately. Let's go do the Shaman's Vault. Not a lot of exciting stuff left on the Shaman, though. Like, I think at this point, like, the gear is decent on him, and there's nothing really from the Mythic Plus world that I need in particular. I think I still have a bad offhand. I think that's probably the best thing I can do. But I might just run as enhance or Ellie, I think. But the thing is, like, I want to run as Ellie because at least I can get some stuff, you know, as Ellie. I have an easier time getting loot as Ellie, but I do want to get this weapon upgraded. So I'm kind of stuck in this current spot of like, what do I do here? I guess I'll try it as enhanced still because Ellie hasn't seemed to be very good. Every time I've tried it, I can't get it to really perform anywhere near as good, and I already have 2 casters, so I guess why bother? Enhance, and hey, look at that! Look at that! Is it the same one I have though? That would be the biggest troll thing ever. 278 and a big crit neck. That would be pretty good for Ellie, but here we got it. Now I'm free to roll Ellie from this point forward on this guy's vaults. So at least one good thing happened. And what do we get? We get a 24 DOS, which is doable. That is doable. Let me go enchant this right away for the same reasons as before. I guess I did Celestial Guidance on the offhand. I wonder, do I have to sim? Which one to use in terms of main hand or offhand? I wonder if that matters. Celestial Guidance. And some kind soul put a mailbox down. It is beautiful. Okay. So let me kick off a gear compare sim over on Simcraft. Or sorry, not gear compare, a Top Gear sim. Here. We can compare both of our weapons. And I will copy this out into my personal one, so I don't have to actually wait at all. I do this all locally. I don't think you can see this right now, but here, let me switch over to this view so you can. Let's see. This is the sim, and we will kick off this iteration. Should be small, just 2, comparing both of them. But this week is way better than last week, so I'm looking forward to actually doing a couple of push keys. The problem this week is that Coco Mojo isn't around, so we'll have to pug at least 1 DPS slot, which isn't great. So it's easier to pug, I guess, his DPS slot than it is to pug a healer or a tank. So that's not terrible, but we'll see. We're definitely going to do something, though. And it does not matter which one is which. I think technically it's 7 DPS higher on on this. So, okay, here we go. Ready? We are swapping. We just gained 7 DPS. There. And we gained slight item level. So that's where we are at this point in the patch. Not terrible. Not terrible. Looking forward to doing actual runs this week. Last week was terrible. This week is not so much, and next week isn't so much either. So that's great. Hopefully everybody else has a reasonable time getting back into the game. I have no idea what these features are, what the Lordaeron quest is. I think there's like some like transmog or something you can get if you're a Blood Elf. I'm not sure if that's the same thing though, but I'll have to go Google this afterwards. And yeah, see everyone around. I'll stream a little bit this week if you want to hang out. Otherwise, see you next time.